gestures, entering the court, or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations of these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff. Fans, don't forget about our next fan giveaway day. Come to the game with family and friends and receive the Knicks mini flag.
Don't forget to come up for our next promotional day. Fans will receive a free usable Knicks grocery bag. Together, we can...
And inside the locker room, everyone trying to lock in, get mentally ready for another hard-fought NBA battle. Welcome to 2K Sports. What could be better than kicking back on a Sunday afternoon watching the NBA? And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the New York Knicks here in New York. Alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll talk to Allie LaForce, who's on the sidelines as well. And while we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for Julius Randle.
It's not a great trend for him. Not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. Maybe it's his effort, or who knows, but that's something that needs to change.
Here's the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. On the wing, it's Trent Jr. and Middleton. Prince is out there with Brook Lopez, and it's Lillard in at the 1. And for New York, Bridges and Hart are the 3 and the 4. Dante DiVincenzo out there with MP, and it's Randle in at the 5. Well, Grant, trade talks always ramp up this time of year. But if you're a player in those rumors, that can really take a mental toll.
Oh, B.A., absolutely. Especially the first time it happens. You have to try and remind yourself that it's a business. But sometimes that doesn't make it any easier.
And it's the Bucks to start out. Now here's Lillard. Back to Prince. Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City. Playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
And the technical free throw is good. Well, Grant... From roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Prince against Hart. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Knocks it down from distance.
So effective in the catch and shoot is Lillard. You give him an inch, and he's taking much more than that.
The drive by MP, rebound Milwaukee. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing their last matchup with Orlando.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let them get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
DiVincenzo can't hit. And so Prince will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Victory eluded them last time in New York when they faced the Knicks.
And it was an entertaining game, but hard to win when you're inconsistent.
And in that game you mentioned, it was a great game. The reserves played a huge role.
Now here's Middleton. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was. Boy, Lopez hunkered down and anchored in on that kick.
Hart finds MP. Hart with a screen on Lillard. They need this. The drive by MP. And it's good on the lay-in.
Oh, a wise move by MP. Calling his own numbers in the two-man game.
Lillard outside. pulls it in.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
And it's Randall with the jam.
Just another way Randall can beat you. Good hands for the catch and finish at the rim.
8-4.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Lillard passes to Prince. Pass to Trent. Drives to the hoop. To the right side. For 3, here's Lillard. Hart pulls it in.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Thunder was outstanding. He ended up with 26 points, and he really showed up on the defensive end as well, using all of his versatility. He showed just how reliable he can be when his role on the floor is expanded. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, spot on, Allie. He was aggressive in that game. Really took initiative.
He really made an impact, and he'll be looking to repeat that kind of performance again tonight.
Yeah, I agree. They really need him. I mean, they need his energy, and they need his talent on the floor.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for DiVincenzo. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Connaughton, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. Milwaukee leading by 6. Here's Prince. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Pass to Middleton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the foul called on MP. That's his first. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Lopez passes to Middleton.
2 minutes.
Back to Lopez. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
On the floor for Milwaukee, they've got Gary Trent. Prince is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Pat Connaughton, and it's Lopez in at the center position. That's off as well, so he misses both.
You know, so far, I'm pretty impressed with MP's attitude. He doesn't seem like a young hothead. He knows he's got a lot of work to do on his game.
Now here's Middleton. The 3 from Prince. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. MP up top. Covered by Connaughton. Rejected by Lopez.
You could see Lopez tracking that shot the whole way. Nice awareness from him and a terrific rejection as well.
1:19 left to play in the half. Out to DiVincenzo. Screen by MP. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots.
And, you know, during this second quarter, I just don't think he's looked like himself at all.
New York, no good that time either. To the paint. Here's Trent. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got his 5th rebound in this one. MP finds Bridges. MP, a screen on Prince. MP against Connaughton. Here's MP. Back to Bridges. Outside Hart. Over Trent. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
The 3 from Prince. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Prince doesn't care where he's at beyond the line. He'll launch that orange for sure.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by MP. Bridges passes to MP. 1 second left. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks out in front by 19 going into the break. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. More 2K action in just a moment.
One thing about this contest, it's very hard to win. Everyone's a great shooter. It comes down to who's hot and who's clutch.
And now how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Milwaukee Bucks. That's it for us.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Damian Lillard.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
DiVincenzo and Bridges run the wings. Julius Randle out there with Josh Hart. And it's MP in at the point. That's Tom Thibodeau's 5 as we get going in the second half. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard. He said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put 2 guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. MP shot is off.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
He's playing bigger than his listed height. He's doing work on that glass.
Inside. Randle can't hit. The Bucks leading by 19. Middleton passes to Trent. Now Lopez. He's covered by Hart. Shoots from the right block, and it's Lopez. That time on the assist from Trent. Lopez has got 7.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Clock at 6. A nice shot by MP.
Hey, everybody's got a 3-shot now. MP's is looking really nice.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Now that we're into the new year, how about a check on the Eastern Conference standings? You take a look at the Bucks, way down in the conference standings. Lots of ground to make up in the final half of the year. And, of course, New York behind 4.5 games.
Well, for the Knicks, there's no doubt they feel the pressure mounting. I mean, failing to match those expectations from the start of the year is apparent.
And, you know, any fixes they've tried during the season have only compounded their problems.
Cox. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Clark, every player should know their leash with the officials.
Very much so, but I think most players should keep their mouths shut. There's too much yakking at officials, in my mind. It takes away from the beauty of the game. It's an eyesore, and I wish more players would just play and keep their mouths shut, especially when it comes to talking to the officials.
And that one drops.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Lillard against MP. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Cox has got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, MP goes through the defense for the score. Wow.
And Lillard puts up a deep 3. And a miss there on the triple.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Cox. Outside for Randle. Pass to Hart. To the middle. Oh, stolen by Lillard. Here's Connaughton. Yes. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Connaughton's got 5.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the...
On the court.
And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Randle, a screen on Connaughton. Here's Cox. Rebound, Milwaukee. On the court right now for the Bucks, we've got Smith. Pat Connaughton is out there with Green. Then it's Jackson, and it's Beauchamp in at the 4. Outside, Green. Three-pointer, no good. New York has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively, and that's having a ripple effect.
Connaughton against MP. Pass to Green. Back to Connaughton. Shot clock at 5. Launches it. And it's MP with a rebound. New York shooting just 37% so far in this one. And the foul called on MP. That'll be a second foul of the game. And Clark, we're seeing greater parity league-wide. But there's still those teams wandering the wilderness.
Yeah, and some of that is due to teams failing to draft well. You've got to be a little lucky, but you also have to be good in your draft selections. It's not enough to have a high pick. It's really what you do with whatever picks you have and getting it right.
Bridges passes to MP. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Buries it down low.
What touch on the teardrop. MP just letting it glide off his fingertips.
Outside, Green. Pass to Livingston. Here's Beauchamp. He's covered by Hart. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got his 8th rebound here tonight. MP outside. And the layup is good off the glass. MP's got 4 points this quarter.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Bucks.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And for the year, this will give them win number 17.
After losing the first game, they've come back and evened things up in this one. They'll play one more time in this season series after this.
And, partner, it sets up what should be a fantastic finale to the season series. Major bragging rights on the line that night.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Damian Lillard.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
Bridges passes to Cox. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Offensive rebound for 3. Bridges buries it from 3.
Oh, productive from back there. Bridges showing the range.
Bucks lead, 80-58.
Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
Jackson for 3. The Knicks pull it in. From deep, MP. Again, MP missing. So this one belongs to the Bucks. Boy, this crowd has...
Sorry, man. Tough game tonight.
They're shooting high percentage.
Rest, recuperate, be ready for tomorrow. Long season. Time to grab that lunch bell and go to work.
What's up, MP?
It's going in!
Get your head into the game.
Watch the pit. Don't get pit.
Yikes.
They coming.
You got it. Come on, man. Go over it. Hey, he can play.
Hey. Pit. Step out.
Let's go.
I'll run this.
Shaking, MP.
Get ready to light it up tonight.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. And tonight, it'll be the New York. And as always, the mid part of the NBA season, quite a grueling part of the schedule. Right now, let's check out how the standings are shaping up in the East. Taking a look at Detroit, they're 8th in the conference and really looking to improve on the back end of the season. And, of course, the New York Knicks, not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And I think for the Pistons, they had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now, that's where they are.
Yeah, they wanted to accomplish more this season, but things haven't quite worked out. Some bad breaks along the way.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. And for the Knicks, the wing pair for him, DiVincenzo and Bridges. Josh Hart out there with Julius Randle. And it's MP in at the 1. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Cunningham passes to Harris. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Cunningham's shot is off.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
They get it again. MP kicks to Randle. Back to MP. Randle a screen on Ivy. 4 on the clock. Cox, no good. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, but even against weak defense, your execution still matters. Luckily, they were able to take advantage. Well, this isn't the start they wanted. Need to just settle down and move the ball for better shots.
Hart with the screen for MP. It's deflected.
Well, I want to see more of this from Durant. Nice effort using his size to make an impact defensively.
And the rejection by MP.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Recent times have certainly been tough in Detroit. Break 14 wins last season, a franchise record low.
And Kevin, if you look, Detroit's last 5 seasons, 23 wins is the most they've had. So their fan base hungry for a winner in the Motor City.
The Pistons trailing. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Tom Thibodeau. We talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean we have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams too. Everything is on the table tonight. Let's see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
Thank you, David.
He has become a pure shooter. And from mid-range, Harris is deadly.
Back to MP. Some nice passing by New York here. Bridges gets the screen from Cox. Bridges kicks to MP. With the teardrop and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nifty fake from MP. Wow. If he's already got that, watch out.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Catching up on the changes for New York. Achua, he's checked in for Hart. OG Anunoby comes in for Bridges. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dante DiVincenzo. Harris against Randall. Pass to Fontecchio. Good on the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
New York trailing. Brunson with it. He's definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game.
This young kid's got some ups. MP throwing it down.
The Pistons have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Sasser finds Harris. There's 38 seconds left in the first. He's off on that one. Randall with some nice deep. MP passes to Achua. To the inside. Kicks it out to MP. Here's Brunson. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And he has become deadly from that in-between area. Brunson as efficient on the midi as anybody.
Harris up top. And count it from 19 feet away.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
MP getting it done for the Knicks. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. For New York, Julius Randle's checked in for Precious Achua. Josh Hart comes in for OG Anunoby. And MP subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Then for the Pistons, Duran, he's checked in for Reed. Tobias Harris comes in for Thompson. And it's Jaden Ivey in for Hardaway. The shot by Ivey, no good. Looking at the Knicks, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, in that one, the shot selection wasn't terrible, but they had to tighten it up. It did not happen.
Seems like they did all they could, and sometimes it still doesn't go your way.
And the forwards will be Bridges and Hart. MP out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Randall in at the 5. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for New York.
And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
Cunningham against MP. Now, here's Ivy. Coming off a stellar performance against Toronto. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. As the son of 2 professional athletes, Dan, Jaden Ivey was raised around sports. He knows the culture.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. His grandfather and father both played professional football. His mom played in the WNBA. She's now a college coach, but she also spent some time as an assistant with the Grizzlies. This guy has had sports from the time he was born. MP showing he's a force near the hoop.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
Wow, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitant.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Jalen Duren, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on, understanding the league better and how to win. Kevin?
Yeah, DA, you know, it takes time, but nice to see his development. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
And you talk about building a legacy. That's MP's mindset, not just for himself, but for this team. And the rebound battle split evenly thus far. Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
MP outside. And again, it's the Knicks missing. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
I think the rim could be 12 feet off the ground, and Thompson could still go get the lob.
Here's MP. And again, unable to change momentum here. Pistons leading by 4. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
And Cunningham gets it to go on the assist from Harris. Cunningham's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, to be able to add that move in on the fly, incredible control on display from Cunningham.
Here's Randall. Good, nice job down low.
And it's all about the release when you shoot.
And that'll do it for the first half of competitive games so far. Pistons lead by 4. They'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Well, they've been the more measured team, passing up good shots for great ones.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, but also disciplined.
And let's move on and thank you for being with us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. MP really making a difference here.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Duren in at the 5 down low. And eventually every player GA has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes That is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
And that one, good. Harris has got the lead up to 6 now for the Pistons.
A solid 6'8". Harris can more than handle his own inside. Really an overlooked part of his game.
Cox, no good.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Cunningham outside. Ivy a screen on MP. Get the shot. Cunningham's shot is off.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
And that one's good.
MP went right for the teeth and got rewarded.
He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Cade Cunningham.
You can see how valuable he is to the team with the amount of offense that he generates. Rarely is there a bucket where he didn't have a hand in creating it.
Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there, allowing Randall to get that. Close is a recipe for disaster.
MP against Cunningham. And the rejection by MP. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. On the wing, Harris. Defended by Hart. And Duran slams it in.
Moving well. Duran working in the two-man game.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. MP with a screen on Ivy. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Detroit with the rebound. Duran's got 8 rebounds in this game. After a solid rookie campaign, Coach, Jalen Duran had a breakout sophomore year.
Well, Kevin, Jalen Duran knows who he is. Averaging a double-double, but he stays within himself. Doesn't take very many jump shots. Shot well over 60%, and he has got a great motor.
To the paint, here's Duran. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. 8 points here for Jalen Duran. MP inside. Cunningham's there. Bridges shot. Good.
And from long range, Bridges getting more and more comfortable taking and making his share of threes.
Harris looking it over. Here's Cunningham. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on MP. Thibodeau decides to call timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now.
Let me hear you once again.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter.
Well, even though he hasn't been in the league a long time, MP knows exactly where to get his points.
The wing pair for him, DiVincenzo and Bridges. Julius Randle is out there with Josh Hart. And it's MP in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Cunningham. And the rejection by MP. Pass to DiVincenzo. Bridges sets the screen for DiVincenzo. And the 3 off target.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Cunningham. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Knicks trail by 7. Here's Cox. Off with the layup. Detroit's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Harris. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
MP outside. There's the pick. At the heart. At the elbow, Randall. Shoots over Duran. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Thompson with the bucket. And now an 11-point Detroit lead.
Got to do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
Here's MP. MP powers through the contact inside.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Out to Thompson. The Pistons working the ball around now. Back to Harris. Duran with the screen on Hart. Just 5 to shoot. And Duran slams it in.
A physical play by Duran at the rim, which doesn't allow much room for interference.
Hart the pass to Cox. Hart with the screen on Cunningham. Cox. Duran pulls it in. Pistons leading by 11.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Pistons.
And they had to battle for this one. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the floor of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only one left to play.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box, there were some great numbers for Cade Cunningham.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
MP from deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Cunningham against MP. And so it's Detroit with the W. A narrow win under difficult.
Sorry, man. Tough game tonight.